Liverpool penalty decision was utter garbage as Premier League statement made. Liverpool secured 3 points at Crystal Palace, but a decision by the referee and VAR to wave away a penalty appeal has angered a former Premier League official. Crystal Palace's failure to be awarded a penalty for an incident involving Mark Guehi and Virgil van Dijk has been labelled as utter garbage by former Premier League referee Keith Hackett. The Eagles slumped to another defeat, meaning they're yet to win any of their 7 games this term. Diogo Jota's first-half strike was the difference, but those at Selhurst Park will feel aggrieved they weren't given a second-half penalty. A ball into the box was headed towards an Alisson and, as Guehi attempted to race in to put the pressure on, Van Dijk with 2 hands grabbed the defender's arm. The ball sailed into the hands of the Liverpool goalkeeper, and Guehi was likely never getting to the ball. However, the level of the contact had Palace boss Oliver Glasner appealing. An opinion is split on whether or not it was worthy of a penalty. Hackett was adamant it was and blamed the VAR for not intervening. He told The Telegraph, "Of course, referees will miss things and, therefore, Simon Hooper is not entirely to blame despite being at fault for making the initial mistake. But for the VAR to not intervene was frankly pathetic. The whole point of VAR is to correct mistakes, not ignore them for sake of convenience or some other unknown reason." A statement from the Premier League explaining the decision read, "The referee's call of no penalty for the challenge by Van Dijk on Guehi is checked and confirmed by VAR, deeming that the challenge was not sustained holding and had no impact on the play." That reasoning has angered Hackett even more, with the ex-official stunned that Van Dijk's intervention to stop Guehi challenging Alisson was not seen as sustained holding. He also criticised the league for producing statements that clearly contradict the replay are pure garbage. He said, "Everyone can see it was, in fact, sustained holding, and it did impact play even if Guehi still had some work to do to reach the ball." Putting out statements like that just confuses everyone when the footage quite clearly shows the opposite. Arne Slot has now won all but one of his 7 league games at Liverpool, taking them to the summit. He was adamant that a penalty could never have been given, citing the fact that the Palace centre-half was never going to reach the ball regardless. Liverpool progressing with contract talks for 2 key stars as Arne Slot makes his mark. Jarell Quansah and Ibrahima Konate are being lined up for new deals with Liverpool amid Arne Slot's impressive start to life at Anfield. Liverpool are progressing with contract talks for 2 key defenders, Jarell Quansah and Ibrahima Konate. The Reds are in advanced talks with Quansah over a new deal, while discussions are at the early stages with France defender Konate. Quansah, 21, signed a 4-year deal in May 2023 but has yet to pen a new deal to reflect his first-team status now. The England under-21 defender broke through last season under Jurgen Klopp and became a mainstay in the first team. Quansah made 33 appearances last season for the Reds. But his last contract was signed before that emergence, which means he has yet to be properly rewarded with first-team terms. That is expected to be sorted in the coming weeks with discussions at an advanced stage. Liverpool are also keen to tie down Konate, 25, with 2 years left on his current deal. The France defender signed a 5-year contract when he signed from RB Leipzig in 2021. Discussions with Konate's representatives are at a much earlier stage, but there is no rush from either side. Konate has regained his place in the starting lineup under new head coach Arne Slot to reinforce his position in the squad. All 3 of those are into the final year of their contracts, but the club's sporting department is also ensuring other contracts are being dealt with, too.